Something about Michio Kaku's expression didn't sit right. This wasn't the ever-curious physicist we all knew, smiling as he unraveled cosmic mysteries for television audiences. No, this time, his voice cracked. His hands trembled. His eyes locked on a single image behind him, as if even he struggled to comprehend what it revealed. When he finally spoke, the room, filled with scientists, journalists, and historians, fell into a silence so heavy it seemed to press down on every chest. The presentation was supposed to be routine, new findings from lunar satellites. Instead, it became something closer to a confession. What Kaku revealed would shake the foundations of science itself. Using newly deployed quantum imaging satellites, researchers scanned beneath the moon's surface with unprecedented clarity. What they discovered were vast hollow chambers stretching for hundreds of kilometers, aligned in patterns too precise to be natural. These weren't lava tubes. They weren't cracks. They were structured. Designed. Thermal readings added a deeper chill. Within some of these voids, localized heat signatures pulsed in intervals too deliberate to be geological. Something inside the moon wasn't just ancient, it was still active. Kaku moved on to gravitational anomalies. For decades, tiny inconsistencies in the moon's pull had been dismissed as errors. But when mapped in detail, they formed a global lattice, an invisible skeleton aligned perfectly with the internal cavities. This wasn't chaos. It was engineering. If still functional, it could mean the moon wasn't only stabilizing itself. It might be regulating Earth, its tides, its tilt, perhaps even its long-term climate. Then came mythology. Ancient Sumerian, Mayan, and Egyptian texts described nights without a moon, and gods descending from the heavens when it appeared. For centuries, scholars saw poetry. But against modern data, these myths felt more like fragmented memories of an arrival. The moon, perhaps, was not always here. Subsurface radar revealed metallic structures scattered beneath the crust, unknown alloys arranged geometrically, behaving like shielding. Stress models showed they were designed to endure time, impacts, even radiation. Moonquakes, long dismissed as geological groans, suddenly resembled reverberations from something deep within. The most haunting reminder came from Apollo 12. NASA crashed a lunar module into the surface, and the moon rang like a bell, for nearly an hour. Rock shouldn't resonate like that unless it is hollow and reinforced. Later Apollo impacts produced the same bell-like echo. It was less a moon, more an instrument, tuned and waiting. Radio astronomers have also detected strange low-frequency emissions from the far side. Bursts of electromagnetic noise that, when processed, revealed repeating digital-like patterns. Signals. And they spike whenever spacecraft pass behind the moon. Coincidence? Or monitoring? Even the orbit raises questions. Unlike other moons, ours is perfectly stable. Its size and distance allow it to block the sun in flawless eclipses, something unique in the solar system. Its rotation is so exact that we always see one side. Tidal locking, textbooks say. But the odds of such perfection are infinitesimal. It feels more like design. Then there are the silences, the missing Apollo tapes, the redacted transmissions, the astronauts who hinted at strange lights and mechanical sounds, but were silenced. If the moon is more than rock and dust, perhaps someone already knows. As Kaku stepped back from the podium, the silence in the room deepened. It wasn't wonder. It was dread. Humanity has looked at the moon for millennia, seeing romance, guidance, myth. But now it looked back at us as something else. A construct. Perhaps a machine. Perhaps a sentinel. And if Michio Kaku, the optimist, the dreamer, the physicist of logic and mathematics, could no longer hold back his tears, then maybe we should all be paying attention. Because if the moon isn't what we think it is, the question is no longer whether we are alone. The question is what happens when the truth beneath its surface finally